There it is, the Staples Center. And with...
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson has tremendous hops. We call those pogo sticks, especially how he just gets up so easy and takes it home.
Now, here's Lillard. Covington kicks to Lillard. Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, he plays with so much heart, McCollum. I mean, he is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Batum with the 3. Tries again. And it's Zubac laying it in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And the pass to Lillard. Here's Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Stolen by Zubac. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. It's deflected. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Passes it to George. Back to Jackson. Puts up a 3. No good. Shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard, the pass to Covington. But they recover it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocks.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Lillard against Rondo. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a tie ball game.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. George passes to Zubac. Shoots over Nurkic, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say Gary Payton. I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Rondo against Lillard to the paint. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Here's Mann. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We've got 1:13 left in the first. Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. Pass to Simons. A three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers trail. And it's Rondo penetrating. Out to Morris. From the arc. Kennard against Powell. Again, the Clippers.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard outside. Puts it up from 17. Again, the Trailblazers score. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rondo against Lillard. A three from Morris. Rebound by the Trailblazers. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Lillard. To the left wing. Here's Simons. Offensive rebound. Nurkic can't hit.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And here's Morris for three. And the three ball is good.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Los Angeles. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
They've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now here's McCollum. And there's the pass to Simons. McCollum deciding where to go with it.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Morris passes to Kennard. Launches it. And the rebound by Nurkic. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Rondo on top. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's O'Toole.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Passes it to Simons. Nurkic in the post and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. McCollum dishes to Cantor.
Got to appreciate how...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
George looking over the floor. Lets it go from 11. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Jackson against McCollum. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Jackson. The dish to Batum. Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. The shot comes out, and it's Portland the other way. Little passes to Anthony. Little dishes to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Back to Cantor. And the rejection by Zubats. And here's Leonard. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Anthony against Batum. Cantor kicks to Little. Just 5 on the clock. A putback, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Batum. It's George on the wing. Unable to get that one. Excellent D from Cantor. McCollum against Batum. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And Anthony sends it back. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And a wide open look for McCollum. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Now, here's Zubac. He's tightly guarded.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Anthony looking it over. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. That's good from Cantor.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
But they get it back. Kicks it out to Jones. For the 3. Keeps it alive. And it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 9.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well, all right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a 1-possession. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 3. 3 on the clock. Nobody near Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Jackson against Lillard. From past the arc. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
This is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
George, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Powell with it. George picks him up, and the shot goes in. He's got 10. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in
and
both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard for the lead. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. A different look for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Little comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Nurkic. George finds Leonard. That puts them in the lead. Leonard's got 8 points.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. Down low. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard against Rondo. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. From deep, George. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. He's got 8 as we approach the 4th quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Kicks to Lillard. There's a minute 47 left to play in the 3rd.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
George against Lillard. The shot by George, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Damian Lillard again. And that's 15 points for Damian Lillard.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Damian Lillard.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo can make.
The pass to Simons. The feed to Nurkic, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Little. Rondo is doubled. Morris looking over the floor. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
For Los Angeles, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Rondo kicks to Morris. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. Coffey's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. McCollum, the putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive board.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Batum. He's out there with Marcus Morris. Ivica Zubac is out there with Jackson. And it's Man in at the 2. McCollum outside. A 3-ball. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris kicks to Jackson. Zubac tips it back in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now. And that's easier said than done.
Passes to Jones. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
McCollum outside. Feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's good.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Damian Lillard comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Lillard outside. Good on the bucket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
George with no one around. Off target with his 3. Portland trailing here, and they're moving it up. Here's Powell, and the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Nurkic with the block. And now Portland on the break to take the lead. A nice shot by Simons.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Outside, George. He feeds it to Morris. Outside for Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's George missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Unloads from 13. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 14 points for Nurkic.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
And they go to the intentional foul for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
McCollum kicks to Powell. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. McCollum dishes to Cantor. And the shot goes down. Cantor's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Shooting foul at the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He challenged his players to try to take control here. He said, this is when we want to be efficient. This is when we absolutely have to execute. Let's see if they can get it done, Kevin.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, known for his unique personality, Kanter also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with. But if they get what they want out of that trip, now a 2-possession game.
And it's George missing.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Knocked loose. Batum with the steal. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Lillard. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Hey, yo, right here.
The deep 3 from George. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. It drops.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
If you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCullough. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. Shows you what happens when you put in the work.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The lights of downtown reflect. How is it?
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Lillard, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Dallas. Richardson outside. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Well, no easy answer for how you defend Richardson on the drive.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard finds Nurkic, kicks it out to Lillard. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
From deep, Richardson. Rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. No good that time, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard against Doncic. Nurkic dishes to Covington. Lillard outside. And again, it's Portland converting. Now the Mavericks with it, trailing by 4. Doncic looking it over. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Lillard. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Powell kicks to Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Here's Doncic. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 4. Powell for 3. And finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic against Lillard. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
That's a 2 from Powell. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Finney-Smith. Nurkic with the block. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Covington wide open. He fires. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lillard bounce pass. Covington against Kleba. Covington passes to Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Covington sends it back. Inside. Lillard with the bucket.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Lillard outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 9. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Simons to the inside, and Kanter throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Powell, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. He gets that one. Here's McCollum. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Basket, good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
It's stolen by Anthony. It's 2-on-1. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Kanter, the pass to Simons. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Moment here now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks gave us some information. The guys, he says it's just a bruised shoulder. Good news, because at first they feared it was much worse.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Cullen passes to Kanter. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Hardaway. And the lead is down inside single digits. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Now here's McCollum. He has 5.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
McCollum against Brunson. Here's the dish to Cauley Stein. Here's the pass to Powell. Back to Cauley Stein. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Melly is checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Kanter's shot is off. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Melly passes to Porzingis. Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard, and the basket is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the basket by Lillard.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's a 2 from Powell. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and
for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Here's Richardson, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, at this point in his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
And Richardson drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Doncic with the steal. Pass to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. Here's Doncic. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Covington finds Powell. And Covington stays with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Doncic outside.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kicks it to Powell. Takes a 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Doncic. Steps back and fires. Good on the shot. Doncic has got 6.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Doncic against Lillard. To the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Here's Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 8.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Lillard against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Mavericks also with a sub. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. To the paint. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Over Porzingis. The shot's good from Cantor. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. Passes it to Richardson. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Kleba with the bucket.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to McCollum. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Anthony. Now the pass to Simons. Fires the 3. The Trailblazers rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for Richardson. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Redick. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
McCollum outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 14. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Hardaway. Dwight Powell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Brunson. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Pass to McCollum. The 3. Again, McCollum missing.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The putback. Rebound by the Trailblazers. It's Powell on the wing. The 15-footer. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
McCollum against Brunson. McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Anthony finds Canner. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Brunson. Outside, Redick. Yes, that goes in. Redick's got his first basket of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. From outside the arc. Passes to Redick. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first. So that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Powell, the pass to Canner. Hardaway with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Powell. Pass to Brunson. Here's the three. Portland grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. And here's McCollum for three. The shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Hardaway goes in. Misses from short range. And Portland with the ball. They lead by 11. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Cantor finds Jones. And here is Anthony, guarded by Powell. With the shot. Cans the shot from the wing.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For the land of the...
It's the NBA on 2K. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the three. George, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, and the layup falls.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
On up the court. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits both from the stripe.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
The pass to Richardson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Doncic tips it up. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And George, here we go. On the wing, Batum. Doncic against Jackson. Clock at 4. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Down low. Shakes him. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Jackson kicks to Batum. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Doncic against Batum. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Rondo scanning the floor. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Redick after Rajon Rondo's bucket. The 10-footer. The shot by Redick, no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Nobody near Leonard. And the shot is long.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Porzingis finds Redick. Shoots it up. Powell, that's good.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Redick with the 3. The shot that time, not on target. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's man, covered by Redick. Brunson against Rondo. Pass to Morris. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Over to the left wing. Uncovered, and he makes that one. Porzingis has got 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Rondo. Out to the right wing. Here's Patterson. Good if it goes. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He got... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Redick in at the two-guard spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Rajon Rondo. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Redick surveying the D. Inside. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Morris against Cauley-Stein. Morris inside. George trying to break free. Morris, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you, always has his head on a swivel.
On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by George. Hardaway passes to Redick. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from George.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Here's Kleber, and Kleber slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Redick against George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Patterson's got his second basket.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
And Redick kicks to Brunson. Back to Redick. Again, the Mavericks score.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Clippers trail by 8. Stolen by Brunson. For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Rondo against Brunson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, you take all doubt out of the equation. Patterson throws it down with force.
Mavericks leading by 8. Brunson the pass to Reddick. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Mavericks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball.
This offense just continues to impress.
Clippers trail by 10. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Luke Kennard. Doncic against Rondo. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
On the wing, Batum. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over Doncic, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first half of play. It's Dallas. They lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic passes to Kleber. Doncic against Jackson. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Fires the 3. Kleber controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Kleber's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
But they'll get another chance. Zubac, no good. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Doncic looking it over. From deep. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Outside, Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Porzingis has got 12 points in the game.
Boy, how comfortable is KP in the mid-range? Porzingis, what touch.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Powell. Doncic outside. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but
You know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Here's man, guarded by Powell. To the inside. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo against Doncic. From deep three-point range. He kicks to Powell. Shoots over Zubac. Man with the rebound. Clippers trail by 15. Rondo passes to Man. And here's Leonard from three. And he's good on the three ball.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Rondo. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Nice D from Doncic.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Now the feed to Powell. Count that one. Powell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And it's Rondo penetrating, and the layup is good.
Rondo just being creative there on that drive, finding different ways to burn the D whenever he penetrates.
Near the three-point line, it's... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
And so it's Dallas with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 14.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Here's Richardson. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks, he can be special.
2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Brunson kicks to Kleba. Down low and stolen by Patterson. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here is Doncic over Jackson. Again, the Mavericks score.
Just another way. Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
The three from George drills the three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Clippers trail by 10. Leonard the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And Doncic gets it to go.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
George with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks leading by 10.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Mavericks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Now, here's Doncic. Off the mark. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win even early on in this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll Hi and welcome. And with pregame,
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. The pass to Zubac. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
To the middle. Here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Jackson against Lillard. Over Jackson. Nurkic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson against Lillard. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Back to Zubac. Great D that time from Nurkic. Zubac has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Goes back up. And McCollum with the layup.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Misses from close range.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland, trailing by 5. The feed to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris finds Leonard. And George, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 7 points for George.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Rondo, and it's in there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. Lillard attacking. Great D that time from Rondo.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
The offensive rebound, Leonard. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Lillard. 59 seconds left in the first.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
It's George on the wing. He's got 7. There's the 3. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard attacking, and he banks in the layup.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Rondo. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard scanning the floor. From down in the low post, it goes. Lillard's got 6.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
And George, here we go. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
McCollum with the ball for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Jones, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's man. Kennard kicks to Morris. Here's man. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops. Morris has got the lead back up to 10 now for Los Angeles. And Portland with the ball. Simons surveying the D. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day 1 when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Now here's Jones. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Kanter. McCollum outside. Got it. Good job in the low post. Here's Jackson. Here's man to the paint. Here's Zubac. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now McCollum. A floater. There it is. His third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And such a clever score. McCollum can unleash the floater, the pull-up. He's got it all.
Here's Jackson, and he lays it straight in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 6. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 9.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Batum against Anthony. Now here's Batum. He's guarded closely. Here's Zubats. He kicks it to Batum over Anthony, and Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 3. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Anthony. He's got 11.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Now here's Zubats over Cantor. Nails the baby hook. Zubats has got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Inside, stolen by Zubats. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Lillard, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And it's sent back by Lillard. Fast break, here we go. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Pop. Fires for 3. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. The shot will not fall. Clippers leading by 5. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And the basket by Lillard.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Rondo dishes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1. And that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. And George gets it to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And that one goes long. Clippers leading by 5 to the paint. And now the Clippers on the break. It's good.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Lillard gets it to go.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Here is Lillard after Paul George getting his 3 to go. McCollum, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
George with the bucket. George has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. A shot by Batum, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Now, here's George. 17 points in the game. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And the basket by McCollum. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Little passes to Cantor. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Patterson, that's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside. Feeds to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets. So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball, and he gets the bucket. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
It's McCollum with the drive. Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's George. He's got 17. Fires from the wing. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Little.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and the layup good by Rondo. Rondo's got 12.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Leonard. Second chance shot. And Patterson kicks to Jackson. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Lillard attacking. The shot's good. Lillard's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Leonard on the wing. Over Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. And then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Batum in for Morris. Here's Lillard. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Jackson down low. He's against Kanter. Here's Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Powell against Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The free throw drops for Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. George is checked in for the Clippers. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Because of George's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And he makes the bucket, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
The three from McCollum, kept alive. Anthony, the pass to Powell. Lillard from outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Leonard dishes to Jackson. And stolen by Lillard. There's a minute left in the 4th quarter. Anthony kicks to Powell. Pass to Lillard. And right on target. Good.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
On the wing, George. Launches it. And the rebound by Nurkic. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Three-pointer. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. Puts it up off the inbound, and the layup is good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Nobody near George. Off target from three-point range. So it's the Clippers take. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome to 2K Sports for another short rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's McCollum. The Mavericks making the shot.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
Doncic looking it over. He can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Covington dishes to Lillard. The putback, and Covington stays with it.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Doncic, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. 2 points. That one goes.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard attacking. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 7 and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And that one good.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Kleba up top. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Lillard. Porzingis with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Yep, that one goes in there.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And Hardaway comes to help. Lillard against Brunson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Powell finds Richardson. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Second shot opportunity. That one goes in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nobody near Nurkic. Portland again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Passes it to Brunson. Here's Powell. Richardson kicks to Hardaway. And he gets it to go.
Those are the type of shots that Porzingis nails consistently, so defense is going to have to do a little bit better.
Lillard outside. Powell. And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very... When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Covington. Kicks to Nurkic. Back to Covington. Lets it go with a three. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
The pass to Little. Back to Anthony. And there's the feed to Cantor. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Now Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
The Mavericks have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age. That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Doncic outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. and that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
McCollum, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Count it. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Out to the right wing. Outside Anthony. He feeds it to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Still Mavericks ball.
1:05 left in the first half of basketball. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Richardson outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic.
And you won't see a lot of blocks out of Cantor, but there he uses his bulk and length to affect the shooter's rhythm.
Yep, it counts. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 9 points. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. And Cantor throws it down.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Cantor leaving nothing to chance.
Doncic outside. And they pick up 2.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Deep 2 from Anthony. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all of... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 23 points, 2 rebounds. And that should...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. The shot by Kleber, wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's McCollum, and he finishes nicely on the layup. McCollum's got 8 points.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Here's Doncic. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Doncic against Lillard. He gets it in there.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one right now. 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but This guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard attacking. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And it goes down 2 points.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic outside. Dishes to Cauley-Stein. Richardson covering. Covington passes to Powell. Lillard outside. He dishes it to Nurkic over Cauley-Stein. Can't hit from 12. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Athleticism on display in that particular play as Cauley-Stein has some great mobility and drove in to get those points.
Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Powell kicks to Cauley-Stein. Charity stripe shot. And the dunk by Powell.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Redick surveying the D. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, JJ doing a great job deciding on that pick and roll play with what to do with the basketball. Deceptively crafty when he gets in that set.
Here's McCollum. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Redick kicks to Cauley-Stein. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from McCollum.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
That one drops for him. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Cauley-Stein.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. McCollum against Hardaway. It's McCollum with the drive. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Pass to Powell. Brunson scanning the floor. Out to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Count the bucket. And he's got... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Back to Hardaway. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. Excellent D from Cantor.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Got that one up quick. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Here's Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. And Doncic gets it to go.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Lillard attacking. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 22 points.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Kicks it out to Covington. No good on the triple.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Here's Doncic. And that one, good. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
The putback, and Cantor able to finish.
Known as a coachable guy with a very positive attitude, Cantor has to be feeling good on that shot.
Doncic against Jones. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Doncic outside. Back to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got his first 2 points.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Count the basket. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Richardson gets a wide open look. Porzingis on the foul. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver. Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Richardson for three. Buries it from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 7. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. From deep, it drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Doncic outside. Lets it fly. Misses. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Doncic. And he misses his first shot of the game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Richardson.
And when George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with him.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players.
Oh, what a finish!
Good. And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Jackson comes over with the double. Richardson finds Porzingis. Out to Doncic. The 10-footer finds the target.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Outside Leonard. Now the pass to Zubac. He can't get that one to fall. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Outside, George shoots from the high post. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Out to Doncic. 5 on the clock. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
And George, here we go. Nice D from Porzingis.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic feeling it out. The shot by Kleba, wide open. Off target with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. 1:37 left here in the first quarter. Back to Porzingis. Doncic trying to get open. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Doncic with the steal. Shoots off the step back. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And Doncic, here we go. And Porzingis again. He's got 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The 3 from George. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
George against Richardson. Shot from 12. That shot off. He gets it up. That shot missing. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard position. Runs in the pass to Powell. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got his first points in this one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Mann can't hit.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Out to Hardaway. Redick passes to Hardaway. Now Redick. There's the dish to Cauley-Stein. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Redick finds Hardaway. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Mann. A second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Hardaway passes to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Rob. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's blocked. Here's Cauley Stein. Finished off the break. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Rondo scanning the floor. That one misses. Great D that time from Reddick for Dallas. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Cauley Stein kicks to Reddick. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris inside. Guarded by Powell. Cauley Stein against Kennard. And it's blocked. And stolen by Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. They grabbed their own miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Mavericks leading by 6. And Reddick kicks to Brunson. Cauley Stein dishes to Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. 6 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Here's Cauley Stein. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
From 15 feet away, uses the glass to drop it in. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Finished off the break. And now it's a 10-point Maverick lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running.
And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the pass to Batum. Now Zubac on the wing. George hits it from three-point range. George has got 5.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Porzingis, and the shot goes down. He's got 10.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Jackson drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And we finished one half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points and... Thanks for joining.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And the dunk by Doncic.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
George against Richardson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Jackson passes to Zubac. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson's running. Pass to Kleba. Out to Porzingis. And here's Doncic from the arc. Porzingis passes to Doncic. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Richardson against George. Zubac the pass to Batum. Back to Zubac. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Leonard against Doncic. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Shoots over Doncic. Doncic with the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Clippers trail by 9. Outside, George. Over Richardson. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Knocks down the 3 ball. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter. Passes it to Morris. Back to George. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also
provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Outside Hardaway. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside for Redick. Pass to Brunson. Clock is at 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Patterson dishes to Rondo. Good. Rondo's got 6.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Outside, Redick. Feeds to Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And, you know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Batum. Zubac finds Kennard. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Redick for 3. But they get it back. Back to Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Hardaway, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Batum wide open. He fires. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Dallas leading by 10. Launches a 3. No good from Finney-Smith. Right side, Rondo. Over Kleba. Rondo can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Dallas also making some changes. Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Leonard. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Kleba kicks to Richardson. Kleba with it. There's the pass to Porzingis. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. And Jackson finishes inside.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Rondo with the steal. Leonard inside. Guarded by Doncic.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic, no good. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Richardson finds Doncic. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. George is checked in for Rajon Rondo.
Paul George.
And here is Doncic. With a step back, and he hits the jump shot. Doncic has got 11 points here in just the second half. George looking around. Puts up a 3. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Doncic outside. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Down low. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Bouncing up with ease. Batum skilled at finishing with power at the rack.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doncic against Leonard. Doncic passes to Richardson. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
George from deep three-point land. From downtown. Here's Zubac. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Drills it from outside. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
There's Jackson with the 3. And that one is off. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.